You see Devin Booker today?
Screwed. No. Trade that man.
Well,
free Devin.
It was, I think, a pretty poignant quote from him.
What he said? Trade me.
Exactly.
Trade me.
Devin Booker on why it was important for him to play last night. Quote, it took a real Suns fan to be in there tonight. I pay respect to the person that it was either their first time or maybe their last time ever seeing me play.
Yep.
He knows.
That's smart. Get him out of here.
He's out of here.
First and foremost, better for him. Second of all, that's what the organization needs to do at this point. They are in a really bad situation, sir. 156 mil is going to 3 players. You know what the cap is for next year? 154.
You know where I like him for next year?
Devin? They got to trade dollar for dollar.
They've got.
Who does Portland have?
They got the Nurkic deal.
Yeah.
They have the Ayton deal still. They got money to get. They got Simons. Simons and
how much he make?
He makes.
They got to go dollar for dollar, sir.
He makes a pretty penny.
They got to go dollar for dollar. Gary loves Athena. Congratulations to both Gary and Athena. But we gonna get ready to start the break. Yes, Robert. So there was a mistake with the listing. Tops 3 will be immediately after this. It was listed at the wrong time. They're both listed at this time. But this will be break 2062, Bowman Chrome University. Tops 3 will be right after this. Like immediately after this. We'll shut the stream down, start a new stream. Get to the tops 3, everybody will be happy, and all is right in the world. But for now, we're going to talk some collegiate basketball players, future NBAers. And yeah, we'll get this nice and rectified here shortly. So as you're coming in, we're going to have to take the L on that one. Mistake in listing in terms of times. But both breaks will be happening today, one after the other. 2062 first and then 2063 immediately afterwards. And yeah, either way, fun time, festivities, will still be festivities.
Oh.
What up?
They can make it work.
Huh?
They can make it work.
With Portland?
Yeah.
What's Anthony making?
Anthony makes $27 million.
What's Devin make next year?
We don't even have to worry about that.
How?
Jeremy Grant makes $32 million next year. Along with Robert Williams making $13 million.
I'm not taking Jeremy Grant for that, bro.
Now that they gave you Kamara.
How much does he make?
Jamani Kamara makes $2 million.
How many players?
They give you a lot of picks.
Yeah, but that's one player, right? No, I mean for one player.
You have to do more to get that.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying.
I can make the money work, but they can do a lot of asses to get that.
Right, but what does that do to Phoenix's roster in terms of how many people they can possibly have on the roster? What up, Bismo? First break ever. Who do you have in this break? Let me know. You guys know the drill. Put your players in the chat so we know who you have. We'll send that request up to the card gods, and we will let them handle as they see fit. Riley Kuzma. Okay. They have to trade. They got to trade both, I think.
Yeah, they are.
They got to trade both.
They cannot get rid of Bradley Beal. That's just going to be an element.
Because he don't want to go nowhere. Ace Bailey.
Guys that they for sure have next year.
Okay.
Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen, Royce
Oh,
O'Neal,
that fell
Tony
out.
Martin, Nick Richards, Ryan Dunn. Also
Got a refractor of Grant Nelson.
That's 7 guys. But they could take in a bunch of players.
Flurry Bundunga, 227 out of 399. There's Flurry again on the checkered. Michaela Blakes. There's Riley Kuzma. Facilitators are Dylan Harper,
They've been so good second half of the season. I have to believe that this is
Nolan Traore. But unless those are going to expire, you're just putting yourself in a worse situation, talent wise. Like they need to clear that apron, huh?
For Bowman or for Phoenix?
For Phoenix, they need to.
They're fucked.
Right. But I don't think they're making that
I
move.
don't know what teams are going to be in on paper, but they can't take the money and fill up all the passes to get because he is very good.
Right, which is what I'm saying. I don't think teams are going to, like you said, Phoenix is in a position where they can't really afford to be like, hey, this guy's really good. You should give us all this for him. We're like, nah, fam. We'll just wait for him to walk. We'll wait for him to walk because I'm not giving up what I have. Because Phoenix is like, they can't even keep a first rounder. So like, if they stay above the second apron for like 3 years in a row, they lose their first rounder no matter how bad they are. It goes to the bottom of the first. Isaiah Evans. So if they stay,
I thought the only thing was that it was
Jaden Nunn, 18 out of 50. No, if they stay within the second apron for 3 years, Trey Norman on the auto refractor, whatever they land, they can go 0-82. If their pick lands number 1, it is automatically shipped to 30. They have to pick into the first because they're over the apron. That's the way that's working. That's why they got to just clear books, bro. They don't have a choice. Anything they take back needs to be expiring because if it's going to go for a couple more years, they're still over the apron, so they're still in the same position. It's bad. It's bad. They can't take back anything for multiple years. If they're taking back a bunch of contracts that go dollar for dollar, they better be expiring to get it off the book.
Are expiring next year.
Okay, then that might be an option. Take Ayton back, but because they can't have multiple years worth of these players. They can't. They're in a terrible situation, huh?
They've got a lot of young players to give up too.
What does Devin do for Portland? Like, what does that take them? You think?
I think they're a fringe contender. They've been so good.
What
this
playoff contender or
Yes.
contender?
I'm a fringe. They're a top 6 team, I think, even in this West. The Portland Trailblazers have been one of the 5 best teams in the West since 2025 this campaign. They've been that good.
So, but I'm saying with what they're going to lose, Devin Booker supplants. I know Kamaro's a big part of that with the defense. So if he's part of what they're giving up, I don't know. I mean, they still have Clean Con, still have Denny, they have Scoot, hopefully better. Whatever their draft pick is going to be.
And Scoot's being better.
AJ Noor, Cannon Catchings, Asa Newell,
Booker, Sharp, Denny.
Jordan Gainey on the auto. Nice hit there. Liam McNeely, Nolan Traore, Audi Crooks on the X Factor, and Dennis Evans. We're speaking about the dire straits of the Phoenix Suns right now. So if you guys want to chime in or have any say so.
It'd be funny if no team does them out. That'd be really funny. But I
Oh
don't
no, 1000%. I can see that happening when no team does them out.
think they'll
But somebody's gonna take KD off their hands. It's Kevin Durant.
What's going around?
Yeah, it's Kevin Durant. You'll still take KD off their hands. You might get back a bag of chips for him because that's the situation we're in. Like 2 packs of now-laters and some envelopes. But you need to do what you got to do. Say what?
Yeah.
Silas Words. I thought the only first they can take back are their own. Jaden Nunn.
I mean, with all the picks that OKC has, they have.
You think one of them might be Phoenix's? Robert Wright the third.
If they have
No problem, Dave.
in the next 3 years, that might be one of them.
One of them. They can't do the 7 years out thing because they're over the apron. It's wild, bro. Come on, Mallywalk on the Flash. We like come on. He is definitely somebody you need to look for. Boogie Flan. There we go. 22 out of 150 My guy Boogie on the campus icons. Come on is definitely somebody you take a reach on this year. I'll keep saying that until it happens. If you have a shot at him in the top 5, you take that shot in the top 5. Very, very high ceiling on Kaman Maluak. Solid floor too, especially defensively, where he should be a dog. Box 2. So we got a request for Riley Kugel. No other requests though, but a Jordan Gainey appreciator and David Hacker. Or Hacker. My bad, Dave. My bad, bro. Let's get some of our cover athletes real quick. Let's knock that out real quick. We need more Coop Flag in our lives. More Juju in our lives. More Ace Bailey in our lives. Ace hasn't declared yet, has he? I know Dylan declared. Shocker. I know what Ace is waiting for. He's top 5 guy. Really top 3, but you know. What we waiting on, my friend? I mean, y'all season been over. Carter Knox on a flash. Like, at least with Coop, you can kind of wallow in your misery for a little bit. Alex Caravan on a refractor. Dennis Evans. Kate Koval. There's Ace. Honora Boateng on the X Factor. Con Knipple on the Social Studies. There he is. Social Studies of Kaman Maluak. Nice little blue on blue. 93 out of 150 for Kaman. Baller. God. Taman Lipsy. I got you. What happened? What they say, JC. Trey Norman, Kiki Irfin on the facilitators. There's another Riley Cujo, X Factor of Clifford Omayuri. Freddie De Leon, 24 out of 299. Sarah Strong, she's a dog. Trey Norman, second Trey Norman refractor auto of the break. Trey with the double dip. Sarah Strong's one of my favorite up-and-coming prospects. Darren Harris on the X Factor and Kylan Boswell. I know it's supposed to be Flood's team next year, but if you ask me, Sarah Strong is why UConn's going to possibly repeat, my G. Sarah one of them ones. She's gonna be fire at the next level. The talent level continues to increase in the women's hardwood. So she's going to be a big part of that, especially up front. She's one of the better young forwards in all of the nation. Good power game, 3-level scorer, not afraid of the moment. Defends, rebounds, passes, can shoot. Post game is nice. Yeah, Sarah wanted them. Very good freshman year. She should have a strong 3 to 4 years at UConn. Well, no, they got to go on 4, so she have a strong 4-year campaign at UConn, barring injuries, of course. Trent Perry, Robbie Avila, X Factor, Michaela Blakes, Con Knipple, Diamond Johnson, 130 out of 199. Very nice hit there. Miro Little on the auto. Jonai Broom, Carter Knox on the X Factor, Liam McNeely. Shooter! Another one of them UConn pros. I think Liam's getting what, late first love? Possibilities. Arguably the best shooter in the class. So what?
It'd be a big help to him to draft some.
Liam McNeely?
Yeah.
I think so.
His lights out.
I think so. Need a shooter. He's got good size as a shooter.
Yeah. Some good playoff team
Spread the floor for your slashers. That's what you need. That's what you need. A little bit of space. A little bit of space. I mean, we see what space has done for Cade Cunningham, having a couple shooters around him. So that's what happens. You get some shooters around you. Lane starts to open up a little bit. Dylan Harper should be the number 2 pick this year. Scotty Middleton on the refractor. Jeremy Fears. Dennis Evans, 57 out of 99 on at Grand Canyon University. The aforementioned Sarah Strong right there. X Factor, Jordan Gainey, Dame Sarr, Jaleel Bethel on the Campus Icons. Facilitators of Ace and Deshaun Harris Smith. Juju Watkins. Nolan Traore. Riley Kudrow again. Ace Bailey on the Campus Icons. X Factor, Jabari McDowell, my guy Grant Nelson, Jelani Cambridge, Jackson Shellstat, 2 out of 75 on the auto. Oregon God, Silas Swords, just come on again. X Factor, Ryan Nemhart and Alex Caravan. Zay Larry, our first Cooper flag in on Acropolis. Silas Swords on the refractor. Isaiah Evans, 135 out of 399. I think they have him as like a second round pick right now. Isaiah should be much better in the pros than he was in college though. Acropolis, X Factor, Cooper flag. Isaiah have a little more space to do his thing next level. I still wouldn't be against him going back though. Playing with the Boozers. Getting a bit more of a showcase. Wouldn't be a bad move. Get a chance to put the ball on the floor a little bit. Show the shoot off the dribble. We know he can shoot off the catch. Very quick release. Long-limbed defender, athletic. Be a nice little mix to put in there as a third, possibly somewhere between second to fourth option on that Duke team. Could slide into maybe the Proctor role, eating off the booters. Caden at the 1, Cam at the 5, I believe. He'll probably play next year. Should be a nice little trio if Isaiah decides to go back to school. Cam Jones on the refractor. Ashton Hardaway. Zayd Lowry, 5 out of 150. Dennis Evans on the X-Factor. Darian Reed, Social Studies X-Factor. Flash of Kaman Maluak. Facilitators of Dylan Harris. And our guy Mark Sears to finish it out. Aiden Holloway, 23 out of 25 on the auto. Nice hit for the Bama guard. Derek Queen on the Social Studies. He's getting first round love. Probably a lot of love at this point, I think, for Derek. Trey Norman having a break. 232 out of 299. Cooper Flag on the base. Boogie Flan, campus visits on the auto. Boogie having a break. We like that. I like Boogie. Campus icons of Cooper Flag. X-Factor, Layden Blocker, and Justice Carlton. Nice Boogie Flan auto here. Looks like a to and through guy, but very aesthetically pleasing game when Boogie's on his. Very quick in the open floor, good handle, shot creator, good space creator. Just to iron out a few little details. Put some rocks in his pocket. Some size in the thighs. No? No. Alright. On to the job. Caden Catchings, Jordan Lee, Josh Hubbard on the refractor, Aiden Sherrill, Keyshawn Gilbert, John Bowl on the X-Factor, Liam McNeely on the Flash X-Factor, Kaylee Heckle, X-Factor. Here's Juju on the Acropolis and Dennis Evans. Thank you, TC. Thank you. I'm here talking to myself sometimes. Juju, get well soon. A couple more years of you in college, then we got to see you in the pros. Juju's gonna be one of them ones. Hopefully she bounces back completely. I think it takes about a couple years for all of that functionality, confidence, all that. Oh, there she is. 227 to 399. Sarah Strong. I like it. Nice little numbered Sarah Strong hit. I'm telling you, she's going to be one of them ones. Facilitators, Kiki Irafin. Acropolis of Boogie Flan. 4 out of 50. Boogie having a break, fam. Boogie is having a break. 4 out of 50 on the Acropolis. For the Boogie Flan spot, Solomon Ball. Boogie doing the damn thing tonight. Got Sarah challenging the shot. Need to show Sarah on offense. She shines. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I think she probably will be. Looking at the freshman class from this past season, she's been the most impressive to me. Obviously, it's all going to depend on, development and how things go, but she's in the ideal situation at UConn where she's going to get showcased. Like I said, it's Fudd's team next year, but the year after that is Sarah Strong, and I think Sarah establishes herself as a better player. But once Fudd's out the way, oh yeah, strong time. Strong time. And she's going to be great. Trey Norman, Billy Richmond, Riley Kugel, Tyler Hendricks, 24 out of 150. Nice little auto there. Sonia Cintron, Diamond Johnson on the X Factor, and Grant Nelson. Actually glad that Grant went to a more prominent school, still balled out. I think he's got a shot at sticking around in the association. I like Grant's game. He's not to be an energy guy with a little bit of a skill package. But initially, just get your foot in the door. I think from there, the game kind of speaks for itself, but get your foot in the door. That comes with energy, that comes with effort, that comes with just playing basketball. Not necessarily being a star, but being a star in your role. Just play basketball. Just make good basketball plays. We'll find you some minutes. And from there, you can expand when given those situations. Boogie Flan on the Flash. Billy Richmond. Austin Noel. Michi Johnson on the X Factor. RJ Jones. Kaylee Heckle, 166 out of 199. Nice hit there. Ashton Hardaway, 93 out of 99 on the auto. Very intense in that shot for her. Sarah Strong on the Flash. And Audie Crooks. Next box. What?
In reference to the sort of White Sox, we're going to get a pretty nice jam against the Red Sox. The color commentary said, he worked, and I quote, he worked his Heidi off.
Haven't heard Heidi in a while.
Heidi?
Yeah.
125, Major League Baseball broadcast.
I'm not surprised though. That's, it's Throwback game. Throwback phrase. Donovan Freeman on the flash. Look like a running back going through the paint. It's crazy. There's Lipsy. Aiden Sherrill, X Factor. Nolan Trayor trying to get his stock back. Ryan Nemhart, 14 out of 99. His brother is slated for probably an all defensive team this year. Simeon Wilcher on the auto. There's Cooper Flagg on the social studies. Let's get some colorful Cooper. Billy Richmond and Sonia Cintron. Can't wait to see. I think it's what, round 2? Or I think round 2. Pretty sure it's like round 2 of the playoffs where we have the lotto drawing. I can't wait to see who gets that top spot. Where our guy Coop is going to go be a culture changer. Start looking at the pairings. I want to see that defensive front line, the Coop, Alex Starr, and Bilal Coulibaly over in Washington. Also wouldn't be mad at Coop landing in Toronto. And them further fleshing out that everybody can all defend and dribble the ball and make plays and kind of shoot lineups that they're trying to throw out there. Ace Bailey on Acropolis. They're all like 6'8", 6'9". It's kind of goofy. Deshaun Harris-Smith on the refractor. Hannah Hidalgo, she's a hooper. She's a little undersized, but she couldn't be a problem in the league. Jelani Cambridge and Dame Sarr. I like Hannah's game a lot. Hope it's the Suns because the Rockets own their pick. If Coop lands in Houston, fam. If Cooper Flagg lands with the Houston Rockets. Look, man. The type of defense that will be on display with Cooper Flagg and Amin Thompson, Cam Whitmore in the passing lanes, the Terra Twins, and you add Coop to that, we'll call it the ACT, and it'll be a test you can't pass. Amin, Coop, Tari Eason, come on, man. Stop it. And the playmaking that comes along with that. We talking about just high IQ basketball with Alfie, Amin, and Coop.
Yeah, three basketball psychos.
Yeah.
Amin, Alfie, and Coop.
It'll be a situation. Jalen Green can't mess up. He can't mess up. Nolan Trayor, 61 out of 75. There's a possibility that holds a little bit of value if Nolan can figure out the summer league. I think he's got a shot at rebuilding his stock in the summer. The kid can play. All right, he had a bad year in France, but the kid can play. There's a skill set there. So 3-level scorer, good defender, good playmaker, strong enough athlete to play at this level. I think he's going to be good in the league. I'm a little worried about what that French national team looks like 4 years from now when, Wendy's the best player in the world and Bilal's better and Reece Shea is better and this kid is their point guard. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about how them FIBA and the Olympic games start to look when the French national team is running out there with 4 NBAers with some real game to them. Isaiah Evans, especially one of them is a freak of a prospect, and Victor Wembanyama. Joyce Edwards is a good one, 247 out of 299 out of South Kakalaki. There we go. That's all I needed right there. I feel good. I feel good now. I feel good. This is a good one. One of the cover athletes. Cover boy. Final exam tutor auto, Ace Bailey. Yeah, that's one. That's one. Not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. It's one of them ones. Ace is going to be good at the next level shot maker. tough shot maker. He'll have to find his stride, find that comfort zone, but he should eventually pan out. Talking about more Kyron Paris.
Another hit.
Kyron?
Ah,
mother man. So no damn Jacob.
$390.
That's it? That's all?
21.
That's all? What Tad Williams hit at 21 years old? Very nice hit for the Ace Bailey spot. Shout out to you. Alright, so we've gotten a Coupe auto before. We've gotten an Ace auto before. I need Juju to sign something and put in one of these boxes so we can pull that for the people. Let's finish out this first half of this case. Damn good hit. Very nice Ace Bailey hit. Go ahead and declare it, kid. Get it over with. Put Rutgers out of their misery. Yeah, but I mean, the college game is a little more team-based to an extent, and when you're talking about just too high volume between Bailey and Harper, not a ton of cohesion. If you looked at that team, if you watched that team, they did a lot of standing around waiting to see what the two youngins did. I don't think anybody else is really trying to get super involved, nor were those two playing in a non-showcased type of situation. Like, they were out there to do what they wanted to do. 48 or 49 out of 50 on the Liam McNeely auto. Very nice. I don't think we saw anything PG-wise out of Dylan that was like, oh, okay, I didn't know he had this in this game. I mean, pretty much did what we expected him to do. Same thing with Ace. Like, there was no... I don't think there was any development there. So, it just looked like high school kids playing pickup. I wouldn't expect the records to be fantastic if they didn't get everybody else involved. You still got to play team ball in college to an extent. When they have a little more space in the league, then yeah, we get to maybe see the full gambit, but I wasn't super surprised. Also, I put no credence in the Dylan Harper as the #1 pick stuff that they got going on. It's like, fam, let's relax. It's clearly cool. Patrick Nongba, 52 out of 150. Kennedy Smith on the social studies. Asanu, first rounder. Ryan Nembhard on the auto, 3 out of 25. Very nice hit. Double dipping for the Nembhard. McKinley Randolph on the X Factor. Young Shibo. Donovan Freeman, 45 out of 299. Derek Queen. Ahmad Noel, 48 out of 150. Trior on the facilitators. There's Juju. Robbie Avia on the X Factor. You know, I'm curious about whether or not they're going to declare or not. And I'd actually be okay with them going back. Igor Demon at BYU. Would not be mad at him returning. Only because I think as a 6'9" PG who started off strong, kind of faded, so he lost a little bit of stock. But the fact that you get AJ Diabanza next year to play next to, you still have the ball in your hands, you still get the shot create. You won't have as much on your plate to deal with. AJ gets you a bit more showcased. I mean, Igor is clearly going to be number 2 on that team, but if you're looking like another Josh Giddey level prospect in terms of being a big guard with vision and some shot creating, I don't know how it hurts to have a bucket getter next to you. That lightens that load for you a little bit. I don't think it'd be a bad idea for Igor to go back. But you know, whatever. Jonai Broom, Ahmad Noel, Diamond Jackson, Boogie Flan on a refractor. What did he say? Con Edwards and Swords. Got you. Dame Sar 109 out of 399. Colin Knippel. Dennis Evans. Jaleel Betta on the Acropolis. X-Fractor. Con Knippel. 57 out of 150 on the Campus Icons, and Ryan Nemhart. Alright, so we got 3 of the Duke boys out the way. Isaiah had a little hit. Kaman's had a hit. Khan's had a hit. Coop, where you at? We got to capture the flag. They were instant title contenders went back to BYU. They definitely be on the radar. They be on the radar. They be on the radar. Honestly, I think he helps both, right? I think having him there helps AJ as well, because there's going to be a ton of pressure. A ton of pressure on AJ Diabanza. A ton of pressure on him to perform next year at a small school, hometown-ish. You know, the question marks being, why did he even go there to begin with? So there's going to be a lot of pressure on him to just perform, and having a PG that can help take some of that pressure off of him in terms of ball handling and decision making, which AJ might not quite be super adept at right now, especially if the floor shrinks. Then, yeah, man, it helps both sides. It helps both sides. Igor doesn't have to make all the shots, so that helps him. And then AJ doesn't have to make all the decisions, so it helps him. And then we're talking about 1'6'9" and 1'6'10" athletes. And both have playmaking chops. They both have jumpers that need a little bit of work. So that could probably help too. Get more catch and shoot, more space to get those shots off with the feet set, and not have to force up as much. I think it's beneficial on both sides. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I'll be on the phone. I'm making some calls like, hey, yo, bro, don't leave. Stick around. Sonia Cintron, 84 out of 399. Very nice. I believe that was by request. Boateng, 1 out of 150 for the Honor. That's an auto there. Flash and Liam McNeely. Scotty Middleton, X-Fractor, Ashton Hardaway. Need a con auto? I got you, bro. Say less. Say less. I think Con's getting, if I'm noticing correctly, or I saw correctly, or read correctly, on some of the mocks, we're talking top 10.
When's the last time 3 guys from the same team went top 10?
Dude. Zionger. Wait. Was Cam? Yeah, Cam was 10, wasn't he? Cam, no, RJ.
RJ, right.
RJ was top 3. RJ was 3. Cam was 10, I think.
7 or 8.
Yeah, they were all 3 top 10 though. And then I know one of them Kentucky years they did some goofy stuff. They had like all 5 drafted in the first round, I believe. All 5 starters. The Daniel Orton year.
When's the last time that 2 guys in the top 3?
Kentucky. It was AD and MKG back to back. They're 1 and 2.
Oh my God! I forgot about Gilchrist.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Well, at least one of those guys turned out to be good.
Jordan Gainey.
Oof.
Silas Swords. Ahmad Noel. Trey Norman again. Simon Wilcher, 14 out of 199.
That kid, I know he was the whole thing was that he was supposed to be this insane defender and crazy athletic, but how can you take a guy number 2 in an NBA draft with a jump shot that looks like that?
Arrogance, bro.
That's crazy, man. That's
Arrogance.
Crazy.
Arrogance. The belief that the people I pay to teach you how to play basketball can do their job. Arrogance. I mean, he had Mark Price trying to teach him how to shoot.
Believe in me the way that Michael Jordan believed in Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan is not good at prospecting, sir. Who is this? Who's this? She hit herself. Joyce Edwards, 40 out of 50 on the social studies. Gold gang. By request, by the way. I know not the right chat break before the end of the stream. Can we get your Mania picks, or would that be later in the week?
Wrestling on Monday.
Yeah, we got wrestling on Monday, but I mean, I can go over some. I mean, I think it's pretty clear. I've been pretty consistent on who I think is going to win. The triple threats, I'm a little dicey on. It looks like they're putting Rhea back in position to like be the main lady, but I think it should be Io. We'll see what happens. I had Charlotte over Tiffany pretty clearly, but the pushback she's getting after last Friday's promo battle looks like they might be leaning towards Tiffany a little bit, but we'll see what last night's show holds. I was still watching that, so I don't know there. I got Cena over Cody because it only makes all the sense in the world storyline wise. The triple threat with the fellas, that I'm not sure of.
Isn't it so fun that we have no idea?
That one is completely up in the air, and I love that part of it. So I'm fine with that. Jay's going to be Gunther, which I don't want to see, but, I mean, it's probably going to happen that way. Miro Little, 224 out of 299. Braun is going to somehow retain his title. If it's not him, it's Dom. If it's not him, it might be Dom time. But I don't think they fully embraced the possibility of him being a face, especially without his dad having anything to do with it. Like, I thought that the only way to really turn Dom would be for him to have some sort of helping out this pop situation. But it looks like they're able. It might be able to flip him anyway. I got Gable winning his match. Chad Gable was wrestling at WrestleMania. I have Rey Mysterio's opponent beating him at WrestleMania. Oh, Grande Americano. All right, my bad. I got the big American winning. I got the large American beating Rey Mysterio. I have Orton probably beating whoever they put him in a match with. Liv and Raquel retain their belts, and Bayley continues to kind of feel away about not being able to get any more gold around her waist. Miles Kelly on the X Factor. We'll see where that story goes to. Aiden Holloway. Nick Boyd on the auto, 50 out of 99. Let me see. What am I missing? Damian and Drew is Drew. It's Drew. I got Drew winning that one. They love Damian Priest, but I think they understand that there's a cap on this thing. And Drew's what, their top. You can argue Drew's their top heel. Like, Well, outside of Gunther, since he's got the belt. But Drew might be their top performing heel. Yeah, that's probably it, bro. And I be a huge proponent of the triple threat ending with Paul Heyman's new monster, Bronson Reed returning, and Tsunami everybody into the mat. But you know, we'll see. The night after Mania will be fun as well. So I think there's going to be some returns for that too. Becky Lynch being one of them, and probably some call-ups because I believe Stanton delivers that weekend as well, and Stephanie Vaquer might be making her main roster debut. No problem, Phil. We'll holler. We'll talk. Come on, Maliwak. Juju Watkins, couple ballers. Ace Bailey on the Flash, another baller. Out of that top three, who do you think has the best shot at not quite panning out? Langston Love, 3 out of 399. Cam Jones out of Dylan, Ace, and Coop. Jordan Lee on the auto, 25 out of 50. Who do you think has the best chance at not panning out? I think Ace might take the longest. Nick Boyd on the X Factor, and Tyler Hendricks. Even though I know as a point guard, it's tougher. But because of what Ace's skill set is and the tough shot making, unless he lands somewhere where they just give that kid carte blanche, just roll the ball out, say, hey, go do you, which is a possibility. But I don't know if there's a ton of teams that you could easily say Ace should just be your number one option day one. Like, without earning that. There's too much talent in the league right now. Not that he can't eventually be a number one, but he'll have to kind of play his way into that role. Coop's a team guy. Dylan Harper could have his. He'll have a ton of opportunities because he'll have a ball in his hands. And he's got good size for the league, so he might be able to play a little bit of bully ball on some matchups. Juju on the Campus Icons. Riley Kugel. Ashton Hardaway on the Refractor Redemption. Robbie Avila. Ashton Hardaway X Factor. Our guy Grant Nelson. Flash of Grant Nelson on the X Factor. Facilitators of Isaiah Evans and Silas Swartz. Alright, so we got an Ace auto. We got to get a Coop auto. We need a Coop hit in general. And then Juju. Always need a Juju hit. Any Queen hits? No, not yet. Sarah Strong on the Acropolis. Justice Carlton. Jamari McDowell, 27 out of 99. Isaac McNeely, 82 out of 150 on the auto. Raven Johnson. Mark Sears, X Factor, Nick Boyd. I think Derek Queen is slated to be late lotto, mid-first maybe, right now. Like his game, I need his situation to be damn near ideal though. We'll see what happens. Clearly talented. Very skilled offensively. Defense is kind of a question mark. Not the greatest of athletes. But if he can prove that he can stay in front of a couple people on an open floor, out in space, I'm not saying in front of every PG or every 2 he's going to have to go up against, but you can guard a wing, guard a quick 4. Out of the space, there could be hope for you, kid. After that, it's just rotating on time. And offensively, you know, doing what you do. He'll need to be a mini hub for somebody to fully max him out, but I think there's enough IQ and skill set in order to get him some minutes on the floor if he can just stay in front of somebody. Jaden Akins, 42 out of 150. X Factor, Raven Johnson. Budunga on the Campus Icons X Factor. Hannah Hidalgo, followed by Hannah Hidalgo on the facilitators. 115 out of 150. Baller. Hannah is a hooper, fam. Like I said, low undersized, but a hooper nonetheless. I like Hannah. She's going to be very good next level. Very good next level. Fit right into the influx of skill that's heading into the WNBA sooner rather than later. It's going to be a really good draft class. Her, Juju, Michaela Williams. Gonna be some good ones. Awesome Newell. Raven Johnson on the refractor. RJ Jones. Silas Swords on the X Factor. Silas Swords on the Flash X Factor. Kennedy Smith, Jaden Nunn. Kennedy Smith, 33 out of 75. Nice hit there. Eye test, Carter Knox on the auto. Very nice there. Acropolis of Jalil Betta, Sarah Strong, Cam Jones on the X Factor, and Dame Sarr. Nice eye test auto. Mr. Carter Knox. Killing Randolph. Freddie DeLeon on the auto. 10 sevens. Mark Sears. Cam Scott, X Factor, Ryan Nimhart. Hey, who's the best young defensive prospect in on the diamond right now?
Enrique Bradfield.
By like a lot.
If that kid.
He's outfielder, right?
Yeah, if that kid could just be like, I'm 100 guess league average. If he could just be around 90,
Left, right, center.
95, he'll play in the league for like 15 years.
Left, right, or center?
Center.
Center.
He's. Oof.
Oh, so just covered ground.
Yes.
Got an arm or what?
Yes.
Okay.
He does everything well. If he could be a league average hitter, if even a little.
Nick
bit
Boyd
better.
on the refractor.
Ooh.
Riley Kugel by request 221 out of 299. There you go.
Yeah.
I gotta check out some more beast ball.
He's.
Cannon catchings on the facilitators. X Factor. Kennedy Smith social studies and Sonia Centrone. Need one Raven Johnson. Say less.
That's so.
Say less. 3 boxes left.
That's so.
He's Orioles, right?
Yes.
Is there room for him out there? I thought they were pretty locked in.
That's a good question, isn't it?
They're locked in out on the outfield, aren't they?
They are a little long. Kind of long and all over the place.
That's what I thought. Tradable,
Definitely.
or should they not?
They should definitely trade him.
Okay. Okay.
They need starting pitching.
Do you see any? This makes sense for both teams.
Randy Alcantara from the Miami Marlins. We'll have to see how the Padres keep playing, how the Yankees keep playing, how the Phillies keep playing, the Braves. They're really good, actually. It's just Sandy is the main one who's like not working with his plan.
Lefty righty starter.
So won the Cy Young at 22.
Gas.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Dude's crazy.
Where is he on the Paul Skeeten scale, comparatively? Like, is he?
Hurt last year, and he. What was
Kennedy Smith 212 out of 299.
the whole health thing again?
That's important.
But when
Kate Koval on the auto. Very nice. Sorry, go ahead.
when Sandy's on, he's like top 1.
Really?
Yeah, he's crazy.
Like above? Like is he Jared Jones better?
What's up?
He better than Jared Jones?
Yes. When Sandy's on, he's like the best pitcher in baseball.
Really? Okay. Alright. I gotta check him out.
He's really nice.
And he's older, younger.
I think he's in his late 20s.
Okay, so still some mileage left on the arm.
Yeah.
What's the injury issues? Is it hips? Is it shoulders or what?
Elbow.
Elbow? Ooh. I don't like that. I don't like that. How many any surgeries?
He's still recovering.
How many years of injury concerns? How many years have we had these injury concerns? Just the one? But still worth it, you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially if you're Baltimore. You
Liam McNeely.
Please go get Sandy Alcantara.
And they got the prospects to lure him away. Jeremy Fields, 9 out of 399. Jaleel Betta on the refractor auto. Looks like nice shooting for him there. Dylan Harper on the social studies. Trent Perry, Kylan Boswell, X Factor.
Think about it like this.
Sion
The
James.
Baltimore Orioles are essentially squatting a second major league team.
That's what I thought. So it's like somebody,
So why not just trade them and get something back that you know you need?
our team's not willing to work with them because
Teams like the Orioles are scared the guys they trade away will become stars.
But they got that already.
Yeah, they do.
So they're good. So just do it.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's the fucking mystery gift thing.
Bomo?
Mystery gift?
Yeah.
You're on this boat. The mystery gift could be anything. It could even be a boat. That's what prospects are.
Yeah. But I mean, they can afford to, right? Like, aren't they low? Like, who wasn't it shortstop where they had two like elite prospects? Gunner and
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get
playing like second or third.
so you get rid of one. So you get rid of one. Kerstad too, right? And he's a good outfielder. He's a good outfielder, right?
Yeah, I mean, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Same with Connor Norby. Like,
All
Connor Norby's got this crazy ass power. Like, they've got Norby, they've got Golden Calzer, they've got Heston Kjerstad, they've got Cedric Mullins.
Cooper Flag on the refractor.
Who's unfortunately for Baltimore's sake, organization-wise, is playing like an all-star again, so you can't get rid of him.
Drake Powell, 93 out of 150.
It's they're too good. I mean, they've got a kid in the minors playing.
Nolan Traore.
Who may already be better than Adley Rutschman. This kid's Simon Messiah.
Yeah.
Is awesome. And they're just not going to.
20 out of 150. Sarah Strong. Damn, one off the jersey. One off the jersey, but very nice hit for the Sarah Strong spot. Double dipping. She's going to be a star. Damn, one off the jersey. Just missed it. They have the best stack of trade assets.
Yeah.
All right. Which makes sense, I guess. That's all you've been looking for is Oriole prospects the last 3 years.
They ended up just like getting the first round, second, third round, and they developed incredible wealth at minor level.
Right.
Even signing guys not really guys. And there's now just too many. So the first thing that we'll just hold on to him. Heston Kjerstad is 26 years old and is still a rookie.
Zayd Lowry. This is a caser? I believe this is a case hit. Here's a case hit. We'll set that to the side.
What was it?
They got a case hit for Zayd Lowry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Print.
Yeah, Con Knipple. Sonya Cintron on the X Factor. Social Studies of Silas Swords. Hannah Hidalgo on the Flash and Jeremy Fears. Nice little caser of Zayd Lowry. Marquette Legend. 2 boxes left. We need one Raven Johnson. As per our guy TC. This dude pulled 3 1-on-1s in a row. Like 3 breaks in a row 1-on-1s. Need a Billy Richmond? Got you, Philip. My guy PH. Boogie Flan. Jalil Betta on a refractor. There's Billy Richmond. Prince Aligbe. Hannah Hidalgo. TJ Bamba X Factor. Kennedy Smith Flash X Factor. Facilitators Hannah Hidalgo and Liam McNeely. It's supposed to be like the
It's hotter here.
70s or something like that, like low 70s or something like that tomorrow. I don't think it's 30 degrees outside right now, bro. I don't think it's 30 degrees, bro. I think you have fragile skin because of where you're from, and that's why you feel this way. In that no, man. Aren't you from Chicago, fam? Dylan Harper on the refractor.
No.
Nolan Traore, 246 out of 299. That's it for the Traore spot. Dame Sarr, X Factor.
Friday 68, Saturday 70, and Sunday a nice 77.
Conca Nipple on the Acropolis.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a desert. Like, you do realize how desert operates.
Saturday
There's no trees to block anything. You feel all the heat, you feel all the cold. It's a desert.
Every time I've been in Vegas, it's just like 150 degrees, it seems. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I feel like I'm always better around like 15 degrees. But I'm also in Denver.
Actually, Vegas is the coldest weather I've ever got.
Yeah,
It was like
it's a desert.
like 28 degrees. Yeah, that shit was terrible.
I was comfortable.
That shit was. Wait, you say you rather golf in the cold? 28 over 100? 10?
Absolutely.
No, hell no.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Conca Nipple and facilitators.
You need to bundle up when you're outside.
Jeremy Fears, X Factor.
I don't sunburn though, so that also helps.
Isaac Neely. I don't. Ha 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 ha. Big Kahuna. PJ Haggerty. Big Kahuna Auto. Yay. Cannon Catchings on the Flash. Sarah Strong, X Factor. And Ahmad Noel. Big Kahuna. Who?
Yeah.
Which one?
He thinks he's funny, sure.
Boom, 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 boom. Where you at, Coop? Where you at, brother? They dropped a bottle on your face?
You dropped
LeBaron Filon. Boogie Flan on the X Factor. Josh Hubbard, 11 out of 25. Miro Little, 9 out of 75 on the auto. Come on, Mallywalk. Deshaun Harris Smith on the X Factor and AJ Stoll. All right, last box. Last box. Let's get our little last second heroics in real quick like. We need something lower than a 25. No cap recap. At the conclusion of this last box, shout out to our guy John L. All right, last box. Here we go. Riley Kugel. Con Knipple on the campus icons. Justice Carlton on a refractor.
We need to re-up on that.
Michi Johnson, 31 out of 199. X-Factor, Vanessa Morrow. Austin Well on the Social Studies X-Factor. There's Juju and a flash behind Juju of RJ Jones, 134 out of 150 on the RJ Jones. All right, Holloway, Mark Sears on the facilitators. Cooper Flag, X-Factor. Trent Perry, Sarah Strong. Robert Wright, the third remix on the refractor auto. Facilitators of Cooper Flag, that he is. X-Factor, Dylan Harper, and Deshaun Harris Smith. Oh, he couldn't facilitate a victory in the Final Four? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I think he's a little overrated.
Oh, okay. Got you. He's like the Lamar Jackson of college basketball.
Reminds me of hands, bro.
Why? That's it? All right. Michi Johnson, Simeon Wilshire, RJ, X-Factor, Sion James, Xavier Booker, 169 out of 399. Javier, Billy Richmond. There you go, Phil. By request, Billy Richmond on the auto. Shout out to you. Your cardma is high with the card gods. They hooked you up. Josh Harbert on the X-Factor and Michaela Barnes. It's like twice we've done that. The CGs are listening.
Coming through.
All right, last stack of packs. I got you, Phil. No problem. No problem. No problem. All right, here we go. Robbie Avila, McKinley Randolph, Coop Flag on the flash. Mark Sears refractor. Kylan Boswell, 225 of 399. X-Factor, Jalil Betta. Hannah Hidalgo, Nolan Traore on the X-Factor Acropolis. Coop on the base. Cannon Catchings, Dame Sarr on the Social Studies, and Dylan Harper on the base. That is our break. No cap recap on the way. And we'll send you fine folks on your way to enjoy the rest of your weekend. Break 2063, tops 3. NBA coming up next. Sorry for the listing. Appreciate your patience and understanding in that matter. Alright, here we go. To 399, Kylan Boswell and Xavier Booker, Jeremy Fears, Langston Love, Sonia Cintron, Dame Sar, Sarah Strong, Isaiah Evans, and Fleury Bumunga. To 299, Nolan Traore, Kennedy Smith, Riley Kugel, Miro Little, Donovan Freeman, Joyce Edwards, Trey Norman, and Freddie DeLeon. To 199, Michi Johnson, Simeon Wilshire, Kaylee Heckel, and Diamond Johnson. Our hits to 150, RJ Jones on the Flash, Drake Powell, Sarah Strong, Social Studies, Jaden Akins, Hannah Hidalgo on the Facilitators, Isaac McNeely on the Auto, Anur Boateng Auto, Con Kanipo Campus Icons, Ahmad Noel on the Auto, Patrick Mbonga, Tyler Hendricks on the Auto, Zaid Lowry, Kaman Maliwak on the Social Studies, and Boogie Flan on the Campus Icons. Our non-numbered autos: Billy Richmond, Robert Wright on the Refractor, Jalil Beth on the Refractor, Kate Koval, Freddie DeLeon, eye test of Carter Knox, Ace Bailey on the Final Tutor Auto, Simeon Wilshire, Boogie Flan on the Campus Visits Auto, Miro Little, Trey Norman Refractor Auto, Jordan Gainey, Trey Norman Refractor Auto, and a big kahuna of PJ Haggerty out of Memphis. Our hits to 99, Jamari McDowell, Nick Boyd on the Auto, Ryan Nemhard, Ashton Hardaway on the Auto, and Dennis Evans. To 75, Miro Little Auto, Kennedy Smith, Nolan Traore, and Jackson Shellstad on the Auto. Our number hit to 50, Jordan Lee on the Auto, George Edwards Social Studies, Leo McNeely Auto, Acropolis of Boogie Flan, and Jaden Nunn. We got our case hit, Zaid Lowry. And our lowest numbered hits to 25, Josh Hubbard, Ryan Nemhard on the Auto, and Aiden Holloway on the Auto. All right, that's our break. We'll shut this down. Get ready for 2063. We'll see you guys on the other side. Have a good evening.